It was one of those Saturdays that tricks you into thinking life is easy. Sky just clear enough, sun hugging your shoulders, the air thick with farmer's market energy, berries stacked high and honey jars catching every ray. I was hunched over a crate of strawberries, debating which ones would survive the trip home, when a scream ripped straight through the morning like a chainsaw through a hem. "She's got a gun!" A woman shrieked, voice so sharp the whole market just stopped breathing. And right in the middle of it all, my wife Sarah, jeans, blue tank top, steady hand halfway to a pint of raspberries, was suddenly the bullseye in this circus. I spun around, heart in my throat, to see a woman in hot pink yoga pants and a visor so glittery it could blind you, jabbing a finger at Sarah like she'd just caught the world's most wanted. Now, here's the punchline. Sarah's holstered firearm. Legal, permitted, right on her hip where it always is, untouched. But to this self-appointed vigilante, whose name, I'd later learn, was Linda, that was basically a threat to all mankind. Linda stormed up waving a laminated card, probably fresh off her home printer. Neighborhood safety officer, it read, with a badge that looked suspiciously like clip art. She declared Sarah under citizen's arrest, brandishing a pair of fuzzy pink handcuffs like she was starring in a bad crime show. The whole market froze, a peach splattered to the ground. A kid started wailing. The kombucha guy dived for cover behind his table. Sarah? Unbothered. She looked Linda dead in the eye and said, "Ma'am, I'm licensed to carry. I'm not breaking any laws." If she'd tossed a lit match, Linda couldn't have blown up faster. "You're threatening public safety," she shrieked, rattling off some civic code 12B she'd found in the dusty corners of the internet. Sarah just shook her head. "That's not a real law, ma'am." Linda, face turning tomato red, doubled down. "I verified it online." Meanwhile, I'm jogging back with a sack of tomatoes, and Linda's little dog, Valor, of course, was yapping like he'd caught Osama bin Laden. Linda demanded Sarah get on her knees, waving those handcuffs like she was about to perform a takedown. Sarah just stepped back, not about to turn this into a spectacle, but Linda lunged, tripped over her own sandal, and face-planted straight into a crate of zucchini. The whole crowd just, lost it. Gasps, then laughter, then Linda popped up with vegetables stuck in her hair, screeching. That was assault. Tactical takedown. The farmer running the stall just shook his head. "Lady, you fell. Calm down." But Linda wasn't finished. She whipped out her phone, narrating like she was live-streaming a bust on cops. "This is Linda Grayson, Neighborhood Safety Unit. We have an armed suspect refusing detainment. Backup needed." She spun around, barking into her phone, as if she had a SWAT team on speed dial. Sarah just folded her arms. "Call real law enforcement. I'll show them my permit." Linda crowed. "I studied constitutional law online for 6 weeks. I know my rights." 10 minutes later, you guessed it, sirens. Sheriff's SUV rolls up, 2 deputies step out, one grinning as soon as he sees Sarah. "Sarah? That you?" he calls. She nods. Turns out, she trained him in crisis negotiation last month. Linda sprints up, still filming, waving her fake badge. "Arrest her. She tried to kill me with a combat role." The deputy sighs. "Ma'am, let's talk." He takes Sarah's ID and permit. Routine. The other deputy flips Linda's badge over, frowns. "Where'd you get this?" Linda's beaming. "I designed it for the Neighborhood Safety Task Force." The deputy leans over to his partner, whispering, and then says to Linda, "Ma'am, impersonating law enforcement is illegal." Linda explodes. "You're just protecting her because she's one of you. She's got grenade training." Sarah, deadpan. "My grenades are locked up 2 counties away." "You're safe." Linda gasps. "You confessed." In the end, the deputies pull Linda aside, explaining how the law actually works, while Sarah and I grab our groceries. I tell her, "All you wanted was raspberries." She laughs, "And maybe a pie." Now, apparently, she's on some watch list run by a woman who thinks kale is a controlled substance that we thought that was the end. Just a weird morning story to tell at parties. But the very next day, our doorbell rings. Tucked in the porch planter is an envelope with a red ribbon and the HOA's shiny gold seal. The note inside: Notice of emergency hearing. Your threat to community safety. My stomach drops. Sarah, drying dishes, sees my face, grabs the envelope, and reads, Due to open carry and aggressive conduct, a review meeting will determine fines or suspension of HOA privileges. She raises an eyebrow. Aggressive conduct? That's either a roast or a country club rejection. The meeting's set for the next night, the community clubhouse, Linda's kingdom. We show up early, hoping for reason, but what greets us is a slideshow titled Sarah, Menace Among Us. Market footage, blurry, edited to look like Sarah's reaching for her gun when all she wants is apples. One slide even has her face with glowing red eyes. Linda's Photoshop skills at work. Linda's there at the front, neck brace on, claiming whiplash from her zucchini dive. Sarah carried a loaded weapon in front of children and pets and violently assaulted me. Your community safety officer, she bellows. Sarah whispers. She threatened me with fluffy handcuffs. Linda keeps going, tactical flashbacks, psychological warfare. A board member, Greg, finally sighs. Linda, we can't penalize legal carry. We're not cops. Linda, exasperated. Then I propose a bylaw banning open carry in community zones. If we can ban tacky lawn ornaments, we can ban guns. Sarah stands up, voice calm but steel underneath. I'm a licensed firearms instructor. I train police and federal agents. I was shopping, not threatening anyone. Linda's fake authority is the real danger. The room falls silent. A vendor from the market stands up. She did nothing wrong. A mom praises Sarah's self-defense classes. Greg shrugs. Feels like a vendetta. The bylaw? Voted down. Linda storms out, her dog barking like he's lost Normandy. But Linda's not done. She doubles down, posts videos online, dramatic titles like Armed Wife Terrorizes Seniors and Militia Madness at the Market. She sues Sarah for $20,000, emotional distress, weaponized intent with murder vibes scribbled on her complaint. Chalk on our sidewalk, tactical terror. She films our house, whispering, we're being watched. Then comes the twist. Deputy Tom calls Sarah, invites her to lead a SWAT training drill in the town square, the very spot of the market fiasco. Sarah grins, poetic justice. The drill's intense. Hostage scenarios, rookie FBI agents taking notes. Halfway through, who shows up? Linda, filming from the crowd, yelling. She's training a paramilitary army. Ducking under caution tape, a SWAT officer stops her. Ma'am, leave the training zone. Linda ignores him. Sarah, you're violating civic peace. Sarah, still mid-drill, walks over. Linda, you're trespassing. Step back. Linda's not backing down. You've militarized strawberries and brainwashed the police. She steps back, trips over a training dummy, lands in a pile of foam bricks. Her dog leaps after her. The whole crowd bursts out laughing. Linda, covered in dust, screams, I'll file a federal complaint. A trainee mutters, that agency doesn't exist. Linda's next video? Suburban warfare. Sarah's training cut with fake explosions, dramatic music, and a voiceover that's straight out of reality TV. It goes viral, but for all the wrong reasons. People laughing at the absurdity. At the next HOA meeting, Linda proposes banning Sarah from public events, claims she weaponized public spaces. The room groans. Greg cuts her off. Sarah teaches us safety. You're the chaos. Residents line up, singing Sarah's praises, from stopping bullies to empowering seniors. Linda's motion? Table forever. She knocks over a coffee cup, flees the room. Sarah files a harassment suit. Videos, flyers, witnesses in tow. In court, Linda brings a podcast transcript and a child's drawing of Sarah with horns. The judge? Not impressed. He rules for Sarah, issues a restraining order. Linda, dramatic as ever, shouts, I reject your authority. Neighbors applaud Sarah on the way out. Weeks later, Linda resurfaces, now neighborhood safety liaison, violating the order with HOA compliance checks. Sarah starts teaching tactical communication workshops, de-escalation, spotting fake authority, sold out every time. Linda tries garage command basics. Two people show, both leave early. Final HOA meeting, Linda's last stand. She rants about drone surveillance. Turns out, it was a kid's birthday party. She demands attitude audits. The board votes 8-0 to dissolve her role. Linda, defeated, spills a water cooler, storms out for good. That night, Sarah's a community hero, sipping tea on the porch, planning a seminar. Linda'll try again, she says. I laugh, but you've got the law in the town. She grins. And a stack of thank you notes. Linda once tried to arrest us over raspberries, and now Sarah trains the people who make real arrests. Somewhere, Linda's probably rewriting the Constitution on a napkin, but the lesson sticks. Standing up to fake authority isn't just self-defense. It's a community duty. So let me ask you, where do we draw the line between safety and paranoia? Who do we trust to keep the peace when anyone can print a badge? Let's hear your thoughts, because this kind of story doesn't end at the farmer's market, does it?